Hey everyone, and welcome back to another TSW5 video. Today we are back on the Kassel to Würzburg route by Dovetail Games, which is the TSW3 core German route, and we are continuing our first look series on the Expert 101 on Kassel to Würzburg gameplay pack. Today we are in the Intercity Steuerwagen, the BPMMDZF286.1. Yeah, so we'll be heading from here at Kassel down to Fulda. This thing has basically no assist, so this will be a much more difficult challenge than taking the 101 over the entire route. No AFB or LZB, so yeah, let's hop in and get started. Make sure electric train supply is started. Yeah, that should be good. And unlock the doors. Brake key. Timetable light, instrument lights, headlights to reduced, train lights on. Let's just make sure that, there we go, all those buttons work. Lovely. So yeah, the service we are doing today is Intercity 1997 Hanover Hauptbahnhof to Frankfurt Main Hauptbahnhof. So I presume this service would be playable on the Tauban, but yeah, I don't really know. Let's have a look at signal lights. There we go. I also need to check, because I didn't check this in the timetable menu. I do need to check to see how long the train is. 203.4, so that round ups that to 2:1 on this, so it's 9:18. Train length is 210. Max allowed speed is 200 kilometers an hour on this run. Right, Pisa B should be enabled. There we go. How's my FPS doing? Not too bad. So yeah, no AFB, no assists of any kind, so yeah, this is probably going to be pretty difficult. Wait a minute, there's a reserve light? Okay, I didn't know that. That's quite interesting. We also have 101017 on the back. There are any... Oh, hang on. Sorry if I'm cycling through views a bit quickly, but yeah. See if there's any other trains around. There's a nice 3, which is included with the route. Talent 2. Excuse me. Yeah. Few train... Yeah. I do like the... I know the timetable isn't a lot different, but I do love the extra AI and the amount of new services there are. Especially on some stuff like the iced tea, the Steuerwagen, things like that. Also, I do believe the BR218 from Hamburg to Lübeck does get a service, which is pretty decent. I like the noises it makes. Probably don't want the window down, since, yeah, we are going to be limited today. It appears we do have LZB. So we will have that. I don't know if that will be able to control our speed or not, but yeah, shut the doors.
Schließvorgang eingeleitet.
Alright. Okay, let's wait for... And... With the 101, we don't have to worry about needing to... over tap it, because the 101 can handle full throttle no problem whatsoever. Yeah, let's give her full throttle. There we go. Yeah, okay, so we've got 86 kilometers to Fulda, which should take 34 minutes. That's our next... And that's our only stop of the day, because after that the service goes onto the Tauban. And yeah, I can play that, but I'm not going to, because yeah, I want to make a video focused on Kassel to Würzburg today. Plus, I'm running on a somewhat tight schedule today. and don't have the time to do the run on the Gesichtarbahn as well. Oh! Oops. I totally forgot to disable faults. Oops-a-daisy. Reset. And enable the virtual conductor. My bad. That's my bad. I forgot. I knew I was forgetting something. I always do that. Why did I forget? Shut you down. Let's get the direct brake. Get some direct brake action going here. Shut down the SIFA from causing annoyance. There we go. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a lot more difficult. Oh, hello. 628. Noise. In the DB Red version, of course. Yeah, I do love the 628. Favorite DMU in the game. Also another Trains of Germany product for those who don't know. You also hear a lot of the track noises in this thing, like clusters and clanks as it goes over points and things like that, which is pretty cool. Alright, into a tunnel. Yeah. This thing has no form of speed set or speed control or anything like that. So I've got to be... let's turn the indicator PZB indicator brightness down a bit. There we go. Brightness is also turning that down a bit so we can actually see it, since we'll be in so many tunnels today that we'll need come on. We'll be in so many tunnels today that we will need to see our instruments clearly. That full juice? Yeah, I think that is. I normally keep, for those who are wondering, I keep my headlights on reduced power because I give it full brightness power. It's actually quite bright in tunnels and in dark situations, and it also would probably blind oncoming drivers in real life. I don't know what DB's policy would be, but yeah, I'm just going off my gut here and saying, like, yeah, that wouldn't be realistic. Hang on, I think it's time for... Is it time for a photo already? Yeah, I think it might be. That's if the camera wasn't so dang slow. Also, another thing which has improved with Kassel to Würzburg is I think they've implemented... DTG have implemented a new thicker overhead catenary and also the TSW5 track shadows, which is pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. Hang on, I'll just line it up here so I can... goodness. So, if I go here, advance, 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 there we go. Hopefully nothing like SIFA is pinging while... let's do like a bit of a more overhead shot so we can see the river. Trying to line it up nicely. Keep it on the normal weather. Let's give it some depth of field adjustments. There we go. And also give it a heck of a motion blur. And take the shot. There we go. Alright. Just passed over the Main-Weser-Bahn. Come on. Oh, this is just going to be me constantly compensating for gradients, isn't it? I am noticing far less stutters than on my run from yesterday. Not yesterday, today. Sorry, what am I saying? Because I think Kassel to Würzburg needed a bit of a load up in my previous run. Yeah, it's still stuttering, but it's certainly not as bad as it was. Yeah, this thing is a definite... Yeah, I don't often take out the Steuerwagen in comparison to the Expert 101, despite the very similar fidelity levels, because the Steuerwagen is just much more of a pain to drive. It's got It's got a tap changer, no speed set, no cruise control, no nothing. If you're not careful, it will bite you much more so than the 101 locomotive itself. Absolutely shrieking. Couldn't ask for better weather either. Absolutely beautiful down in central Germany this afternoon. Yeah. One thing annoying about Kassel to Würzburg is the changing gradients. Sometimes you're going uphill relatively steeply, sometimes you're going downhill relatively steeply, and it's something without a speed set that, oh my goodness, it's going to drive me up the wall. Especially over a distance as far as 72 kilometers, that's insane. Let's watch those grades. Oh goodness, wrong button, sorry. I was meaning to hit Q, but hit the 2 key instead. Oh, hello. Let's put the throttle down, down, let's shut you off. Passing through a crossing loop already. This is Korla Ost. I know from experience there's at least one freight train parked at a siding that I haven't I've encountered before. It's nice to see Kassel to Würzburg getting some love, because it's the German route I've had the longest, and yeah, since I got TSW3 Deluxe Edition as my first experience with TSW. So the fact that it's now getting a big update thanks to Dovetail and Trains in Germany, I do like that. I think that that this is long overdue and does add some much needed layers, like the BR218 for some of the freight services, the OBB 1116 Taurus with the submarine bun for again more freight services, adding the Expert 101 is like with dedicated timetable services. Then also what was it? And then also adding the BR411 Ice T from the Kensington as a layer. Even though it's pretty terrible, I do like to see it driving around, and it is realistic to see it on this route in this time period. So yeah, overall there's some really decent, like, this route is it's thanks to the new timetable, I think this route is I think this qualifies as a 7.5 out of 10 experience with the new timetable, and I think I'll definitely drive it more now that there is a timetable with decent layers. It's just that Kassel to Würzburg is just so long. It's the longest route in train sim world. Even longer than something like, say, Preston to Carlisle. So I just don't drive it that much, simply because I can't. Simply because it just takes an age to complete a full run of the route. Like, the BR101 takes almost an hour and 20 minutes to do a full run of the route, while doing a stop at Fulda. And I mean some of the ice services are a tad quicker than that, but you're still looking at well over an hour for a full length run of the route, and that's just, in my opinion, I just don't have the time for that kind of thing. And plus it gets pretty boring, because all you're doing is if you're in a locomotive with a speed set, you're either you're doing all you're doing is pressing the CFA pedal, because this entire route is LZB equipped. But if you're something without a speed set, like the Steuerwagen, then it is an absolute. Oh, hello. That was an ice one, I think. Doing the. Oh, it's an ice. It's a AI. Dang it. What is that? Is that a light making issue? Is that a cloud? What on earth is that? I saw that on my run coming up to Kassel earlier today, and that's when I had light clouds enabled, so I thought it was just a cloud, but now I don't have clouds enabled. So what's going on here? Passing over the Friedrich Wilhelms Nordbahn. Down there, which you can see down there. My goodness, some of these viaducts are absolutely insanely tall. But I suppose it isn't all bad with Kassel to Würzburg. The scenery is decent. The timetable, now that we've got the TSG gameplay pack, is absolutely second to none, really. But yeah, that's what most trains in Germany timetables are. They're absolutely brilliant. Then, if you want some practice with LZB zones and how to handle them, and this is a perfect route with which to do so. "56 kilometers to go, and we have got 23 minutes left." Also, I am tracking my train trip today. Tracking my train trips. I try saying that 5 times fast. I'm tracking my train trip. Today I'm tracking my train trips with Third Rails, which is a third-party mod, which is only, as far as I know, only compatible with. Dang it! I had set it to off by accident. Compatible with the Steam versions of Train Simulator Classic and TSW5. But if you do have that, then I can highly recommend it. It's basically like Flight Tracker, but for trains. It's brilliant, and not enough people use it. So yeah. Right. Oh my goodness, that was a rather abrupt lighting transition. What the heck? Tunnel lighting in this game is absolutely just straight up broken sometimes. It's that way. Sunlight, and it's gone again. Goodness gracious. I'd love to see what the speed graph is for my trip afterward, because it's probably going to be all over the place. There's the passenger compartment behind me. The Steuerwagen has normal passenger seats, then at the front it has like wheelchair storage areas and a bicycle storage area, and then it's basically got a passenger gangway and then straight into the cab. Which, well, you'd expect that from a cab car. You'd expect it to have passenger seating. There's an ICE 3, a pair of ICE 3s absolutely thundering northward. So, what serves are these? München to Hanover, München to Hamburg. Oh, so it's two services coupled together, that's why. So one's heading to Hamburg, one's heading to Hanover, I think. Which is pretty cool. Oh, hello. We've got... we're about to have an overspeed. There we go. Just use the direct brake to try to hold our speed for now. Seems to be doing a good job as well. And... short gaps, burst of sunlight, and tunnel again. Wow. Some of the gaps between tunnels are insanely short. Ooh, beautiful view. There's the town of Obergeiss just off to the left. There's an autobahn off to our left. Come on, buddy. It does take a long time to build up thrust in this thing. Like, you hold it and then it doesn't react for a minute and then, yeah. What? We actually have confirmation from Dovetail that someone, we don't know who yet, is working on a Expert 101. Not Expert 101, sorry. Just another Expert locomotive DLC for trains in the world. We don't know what it is yet or who is developing it. But my personal hope is that it is the predecessor to the BR-101, the BR-120. The reason for that is it would be able to couple to not the Intercity Steuerwagen and the BR-101 if you already have those. Oh, looks like a couple of hopper wagons off to the left. Go. Where are we? Kirchheim. 35 kilometers to go, 17 minutes to get there. I think we can make it. As long as we stay like above 190 or so, we should be fine. Let's cut the power because we do have a downhill section. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. I do love the views that you get on this route from the viaducts. Absolutely beautiful. Swallowed up by another tunnel. There's another train. It's an ICE 1. Absolutely thundering. Going north. Basel to Berlin, ICE 370. That's a long trip. Basel to Berlin is a very long trip. Basically go the entire length of Germany and a bit of Switzerland. Well, I suppose you would have Elza B zones and dedicated high-speed lines for quite a bit of the trip, but still, that'd be absolutely grueling, I would imagine. Oh, that was a very abrupt lighting change. The light bakey on the tunnel light bakey on this route is still ever so slightly broken. Even what? Almost 2 years after its release? No, 3 years. Hard to believe this is an almost a 3-year-old route at this point. That's nuts. .28 kilometers, 14 minutes. Can't believe I forgot to disable faults. I know, like, faults are like a major thing which increase this train's realism, but I just don't understand. When a faults message pops up, I don't understand the message in German. So I'd have to hunt through the manual to figure out how to resolve it, and I just don't really have the time to handle that sort of thing, especially if it's a train braking bug as well. Elza B just beeped at me. Oh, like Mickey issue.exe. Holy. .21 kilometers to go. Hello. Oh, yep. What did I tell you? There he is. I'm guessing it's a 185 with intermodals. That's if I get lucky and something else spots. It's usually a 185. Yeah, of course it is. It's a 185. Who'd have guessed? Ugh. Yeah, that chap's not leaving until 10 p.m. tonight. Oof. what is good is that the 101 can tackle the gradients quite nicely, so we're not losing too much speed on the hills, unlike something like the Ice 1, which would definitely lose speed. Under 10 kilometers to go with just over 8 minutes to spare. Alright, what I do hope is nothing gets in the way, because Fulda is definitely busier with this new timetable, and I don't want... And yeah, we've got the Hamburg to Frankfurt ahead of us. That's annoying. Is this Hamburg? No, this is Hanover. Right. Oh, hello. Right. Okay, I better be prepared to start putting the brakes on. Because, yeah, we do have a red signal approaching. Oh, nope, never mind. Yeah, look at him. Yeah, he's definitely slowing down. Arrgh. Hopefully he's not getting on my platform. Surely there are enough platforms at Fulda to divvy up. Notch 2 on the brakes. Yeah. As soon as the G symbol pops up, I should, if you don't have a speed set, you should start braking. That's just a top tip from me, just to be on the safe side. Yeah. Going to notch 3. Yeah, look at that. We are losing about the same rate of speed as Elzeby is wanting us to, but we are ahead of the curve, so that's good. I just wish... One thing I do wish is that third rails would show other trains in the timetable, which would be cool, but hey, only shows other people, real life people, so you don't see too many other people around. There's also this guy. An RB5 AI service waiting to come as well. Yep, that guy's totally going into our platform. Arrgh, that's annoying. That is very annoying. That is very annoying indeed. Dang it. Oh well, at least I've slowed down in time. I don't want to be stopped at a tunnel though. That'd be incredibly annoying if I get stopped in the tunnel by the signal. Shut the brakes off for now. Oh. Broken... Oh my goodness. Broken lightbaking.exe. Broken external cam.exe. What in the heck? Oh, Damn. That was a close one. Applied a direct brake. Yeah, if I hadn't done the emergency brake, we'd be spad toast by now. Tea and biscuits for the manager confirmed. Right, let's let the brakes recharge themselves. Are you still in my platform? Yes, you are, you little... That's annoying. Yeah, and then we've got this guy at platform 4 heading to Schwarzach St. Veit, and then got this guy heading to Hamburg. Alright, all brakes are recharged. We are on a hill, but that doesn't worry me. Yeah, but... so close, yet so far away. I had signaling trouble coming into Kassel last time as well, so... anything coming from the south that could be causing problems? So we do have a green signal for something. Don't know what it is though. As soon as he leaves as soon as the back end of the train clears, signal Sierra 4 here. We should be good. It's just that we're forced to stop here waiting because the dispatchers couldn't be bothered. Anyway, let's have a look around. Yeah, so we've got like a bicycle storage area, some pop down seats. Then we've got like a proper passenger compartment. And then what happens if we... yeah, that's sort of... was that another train that went by? I don't know, couldn't tell. Yeah, then we're into the second class compartment. Oh, dang it. Just let the doors close themselves. When is it going to let me through? This is a bit nuts. It's letting the RB5 go ahead of me. That's nuts. Why? There goes the service to Hamburg. Oh, wait. There we go. Runner up. Yeah, we're going to start rolling backward. Come on, power. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we did roll backward a bit, but there we go. Looks as though, according to that speed limit sign, we are limited to 100. So, yeah, I'll just give her full juice up to 100 miles. I almost said miles an hour. It's kilometers an hour. Come on, buddy. There's one thing I do have to say about the 101. It's got bucket loads of power, more than enough, really. It can even haul freight trains. Like it has a couple of services on Bremen to Oldenburg and Dresden to Chemnitz where it hauls freight. Though the layering on Dresden to Chemnitz might be a mistake because the Flix train Vectron also layers onto those services, and Flix train are most definitely not definitely do not operate freight services. Oh dear. No, that's not the button. There we go. Come on. Start slowing down. 1 kilometer to Fulda. Cut the power. Actually, I do want to slow down to below 85 because that's what I'll probably... yeah, yellow signal, so it'll want me to acknowledge that, I'm guessing. No, it's LZB, so it doesn't want me to acknowledge. Never mind. Yeah, 700 meters to go. Apologies for the frame rate. My computer is not the best anymore. Oh, goodness, I hit the override button on accident. Anyway. Start slowing down. 400 meters to go. The platform here is quite long, to be fair. There's BL642 for... from Main-Tauban. Yeah, I do have to slow down rather quickly because that red signal will trigger a 500 Hz magnet, which will then trigger a 20 km/h speed limit. So I do want to try and slow down before there's a talent 2 off to the left before the before the service. Oh goodness, sorry, I forgot about the direct brake. Alright, come on, let's get into the station. Oh my goodness, I overshot, but okay. There we go. Left door's unlocked. Welcome to Fulda. Rather uneventful journey. It went a lot better than I expected. Glad to see the Steuerwagen is still up to... my Steuerwagen skills are still somewhat up to scratch. Let's put the... yeah, let's keep some direct brake going just in case. So yeah, the service will then continue on this AI off the map, and I think this is also drivable on the Steuerwagen. That's the virtual conductor closing the doors, not me. Alright. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, that'll be all for this video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, and thank you so much for watching.